गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदांत नारायणति नामिने। श्रीकृष्णलीला कथने सुदक्षमादार्य माधुर्य गुणैश्युक्तं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषं महान्तं नारायणं तं शिरसा नमामि। First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmati Guru Pad Padma Nityala Prashta Jagat Guru Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Trendi Swami Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Dandi Maharaj, Namnishta Sant Shri Aniruddhas Prabhuji, all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, please accept my humble obeisances. Yesterday we completed the Canto 1 of Shri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam. Now we are reading the Canto 2, Part 1. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Jayata, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Shri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam, Second Canto, Part 1. Translated and edited from the Hindi version of Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Vrindavan, Uttar Pradesh, India. Dedicated to my holy master, Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Acharya Keshari Nityala Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtottar Shata Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, the best amongst the 10th generation of descendants in the Bhagavad Parampara from Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the founder of the Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti and its branches throughout the world. Content: Preface to the first Hindi edition. Editor's Preface. First chapter, Vairagya, Renunciation. Verses 1 to 24. Shri Janamejaya asked about the conversation between the mother and her son. In reply, Shri Jaimini begins an explanation of the glories of Golok. Shri Uttara inquires about the realm attained by those who aspire to serve the Brajagopis, and in particular, the crest jewel of the Brajagopi, Shri Radhaji. Text 25 to 53. Shri Parikshit relates his own glorious fortune. In reply to the questions asked by his mother, he describes the glories of Shri Golok with the story of a Brahmana who resided in Pragjotishpur. The Brahman obtains the 10-syllable Gopal mantra. He becomes renounced. He develops firm faith in the chanting of the mantra. He has a divine vision of the deity of the mantra. In a dream, Shri Shiva orders him to go to Shri Mathura. Text 54 to 87. The Brahmana sees the festival of the worship of Shri Madhav in Prayag. He enters into dialogue with the Vaishnavas there and hears the Puranas. He experiences uncertainty about his worshipable deity. In a dream, he obtains the order of Lord Shri Madhav to go to Mathura without delay. He goes to Mathura. He bathes at Vishranti Tirtha, Vishram Ghat. He becomes happy to see the opulence of Vrindavan. Text 82 to 109. The Brahmana hears the sound of beeping coming from the east of Keshitirtha and he goes to a grove of Kadamba trees there. He has darshan of Sri Gopakumar, who is youthful in appearance. He offers obeisances to Gopakumar and inquires from him about what his goal should be and what practice he should adopt to achieve it. Gopakumar narrates his own story to the Brahmana to assure him that only through Sri Nam Kirtan can he directly see his worshipful deity. Text 110 to 150. Sri Gopakumar obtains the Gopal mantra from a Brahmana who is firmly attached to Sri Nama Kirtan. Chanting the mantra, he cleanses his heart by the mantra's influence. He renounces home after receiving instruction from a Brahmana who worships Sri Shaligram on the banks of the Ganga river. Sri Gopakumar sees the service of Sri Narayan in the royal capital of that country. Text 151 to 182. Shri Gopakumar is accepted as the son of the childless king and he becomes absorbed in the worship of Sri Narayan. Still he is dissatisfied at heart due to his connection with the kingdom. Saintly persons arrive from South India on a tour of different holy places. Gopakumar hears from their lotus mouths about the great mercy of Sri Nilachalpati and he develops a desire to see this form of the Lord. He travels to Sri Jagannath Puri and upon witnessing the great ever-fresh festivals in Sri Jagannath Puri, develops a desire to directly render some specific service to Sri Jagannath. Text 183 to 219. On the shore of the ocean at Nilachal, Shri Gopakumar again had darshan of the Brahman who gave him his mantra, and he receives his instruction. Upon becoming monarch of that kingdom, Gopakumar manages the service of Shri Jagannath Dev very well. He experiences dissatisfaction in his heart by dint of his dealing with the kingdom. Upon receiving the order of the Supreme Lord in a dream, he again goes to Mathura. Second chapter, Jnana, knowledge, verses 1 to 31. After residing in Mathura for some time, Sri Gopakumar develops a desire to see Sri Jagannath. En route to Nilachal, he hears from saintly persons how opulent is the service of Sri Upendra, Sri Vamandev. By the influence of the chanting of his mantra, a celestial airplane arrives and he boards it to go to heaven. At some point on time, in Indra's absence, Gopakumar obtains the kingdom of heaven and makes formal arrangements for Sri Upendra's service. Text 32 to 75. After residing among the demigods of heaven for 1 year, Sri Gopakumar has audience of Bhrigu and other great sages. He hears Shri Brihaspati describe Maharloka and he goes there on the strength of chanting his mantra. He serves Shri Yageshwar, he goes to Janaloka, he sees Sanat Kumar and hears the glories of Tapoloka from the great sages. He goes to Tapoloka by the influence of chanting his mantra. Verses 76 to 128. Sri Gopakumar sees the four Kumaras in Tapoloka and receives instruction from Shri Pippalayana about Smarana, remembrance, and Samadhi, deep meditation. The four Kumaras display many forms of Sri Bhagavan in their practice of Dhyana Yoga, meditation. Shri Brahma arrives in Tapoloka. Gopakumar hears about the fundamental reality of Brahma and Satyaloka from the four Kumaras. Verses 129 to 159. Shri Gopakumar departs for Satyaloka. He sees the Supreme Lord Shri Mahapurusha. He obtains the affectionate mercy of Shri Lakshmi Devi. He sees the destruction of the three worlds at the end of Brahma's day. He obtains the position of Brahma when Brahma disappears due to fear of a demon. The personified Vedic scriptures describe knowledge about the nature of liberation and devotion. Verses 162 to 240. The personified Vedic scriptures describe the superiority of devotion over liberation. They describe the distinction of devotion in comparison with karma, fruity work, jnana, knowledge, vairagya, renunciation, and samadhi, yogic trance. They describe the 8 layers that comprise the egg of the universe. Gopakumar's devotion increases upon hearing the glories of devotion. He goes to Sri Vrindavan, directly ordered to do so by Sri Bhagavan. Third chapter, Bhajan, devotional service, verses 1 to 59. While wandering in Vrindavan, Sri Gopakumar finds his Gurudev and receives instruction from him. He obtains a spiritual body by the influence of chanting his mantra, and he crosses the 8 layers of the universe and goes to the abode of liberation known as Muktipada, which is beyond material nature. He has darshan of Sri Shiva and Sri Parvati there. Verses 60 to 83. Sri Gopakumar hears the truth about the non-difference between Sri Madan Gopal and Sri Shiva from Sri Nandishwar. Gopakumar reassures his mind. The eternal associates of Vaikuntha arrive. They have obtained Sarupya, a type of liberation characterized by possessing bodily features like the Lord's. Text 84 to 186. Ordered by Sri Parvati, Sri Ganesh describes the glories of Vaikuntha, which is situated above the innumerable material universes. Hearing that description, Gopakumar yearns to reside in Vaikuntha, and Sri Mahadev praises and encourages that desire. The Lord's eternal associates glorify Sri Shiva and instruct Gopakumar. They speak the glories of Kirtan. Gopakumar arrives in Vraja as instructed by the eternal associates. Fourth chapter, Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. Chapter 1, verses 1 to 19. Shri Gopakumar wanders in Braja in an ecstatic state of consciousness and absorbed in Shri Nama Kirtan, Nama Sankirtan. Upon seeing a divine vision of his worshipable deity, he faints. The eternal associates of Shri Bhagwan transport him to Vaikuntha. Text verses 20 to 87. A description of the opulence of Vaikuntha, Sri Gopakumar sees the Lord of Vaikuntha before his eyes. Because of this vision, he experiences loving bewilderment and swoons. The eternal associates bring Gopakumar back to consciousness. Gopakumar approaches the Lord and the Lord orders him to stay in Vaikuntha. Text 88 to 107. Staying close to the Lord, Sri Gopakumar plays the flute. He converses with the eternal associates of Sri Vaikuntha. Verse 108 to 200. His heart grows restless upon remembering the mercy of Sri Madan Gopal. Sri Narad suddenly arrives. Understanding the heart of Gopakumar, Sri Narad describes the transcendental truth about Vaikuntha. Verses 201 to 235. Sri Gopakumar asks questions about worship of the deity of Sri Bhagwan and Sri Narad describes the glories of deity worship. Verses 236 to 249. Understanding Gopakumar's desire to directly see his worshipable deity, worshipable Lord, Sri Narad instructs him to have darshan of Sri Ramachandra. Verses 250 to 274. Gopakumar arrives in Ayodhya and Hanuman welcomes him. Gopakumar receives darshan of Sri Ramachandra and glorifies him. Sri Ramachandra graciously summons Gopakumar and orders him to go to Dwarka. Appendix 893. A guide to Sanskrit pronunciation. Glossary. Index of quoted verses. Index of original Sanskrit verses. Preface to the first Hindi edition. It brings to me great pleasure to publish part 1 of the second canto of Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam in the national language of India, Hindi. This book has been completed by the causeless mercy and inspiration of the founder of the Sri Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, Acharya Kesh, the spiritual guide who is fearless like a lion, Nityala Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtottar Shashi Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. It has been published for his pleasure alone. Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam was written by Srila Sanatana Goswami, an eternal associate of Sri Sachinandan Gaurahari. Sri Sanatana Goswami is the sovereign monarch of the conclusive truths of devotional service and is always eager to benefit others. Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrita is divided into two cantos, Purva Khanda or first and Uttar Khanda or last. The name of the first canto is Sri Bhagavad Krupa Sar Nirdharana Khanda, ascertaining the essence of the mercy of the Supreme Lord. The second canto is known as Sri Golok Mahatmya Nirupan Khanda, ascertaining the glories of Sri Golok. The first canto has already been published and we are now publishing part 1 of the second canto, which contains 4 chapters. Number 1, Vairagya, renunciation. Number 2, Jnana, knowledge. Number 3, Bhajan, devotional service. Number 4, Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. Each of the 2 cantos of this scripture is a separate history. Our worshipable author has not merely written 2 histories, rather for facilitating the worship of the divine couple, Shri Radha Krishna, he has thoroughly analyzed their lordship's fundamental reality and nature. Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all scriptures, such as the Vedas, Vedanta, Puranas, Itihasas, and so on. By churning that essence, this book, aptly named Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam, the essential nectar of the Bhagavatam, has become manifest. Throughout this book, all topics regarding devotional service to Bhagavan have been presented. The original discourse of the book between Sri Jaimini and Janamejaya is based on a conversation between Sri Parikshit and Uttara. After Sri Parikshit had heard Srimad Bhagavatam from the lips of Sri Shukdev Goswami, and before the snake bird Takshaka arrived, Parikshit's mother, Sri Uttara Devi, said to him, "Oh my dear son, please narrate to me in simple, easy to understand language the essence of what you have heard from Sri Shukdev Goswami." Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrita begins with this enquiry. In the second canto, the author examines all the manifestations and incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, beginning with Sri Shalagram Bhagavan and ending with the Sri Nandanandan, the beloved son of Sri Nanda Maharaj. This volume begins with the history of Gopakumar. Gopakumar receives the Gopal mantra from his Gurudev. Due to the influence of this Gopal mantra, it becomes possible for him to travel to all abodes without restriction. First, he takes the darshan of the manifestations of Bhagavan that appear in this earthly realm or Bhumandal, such as Sri Shaligram Bhagavan, the deity manifestation of the Lord who is ensconced in the palace of the king, and the ancient deity of Sri Jagannath Dev. He sequentially describes their progressively greater glories. Then, by the influence of the chanting of his mantra, he reaches the planets of Swarga, Mahar, Janas, Tapas, and Satya, where one by one he has divine vision of the worshipable manifestations of the Lord who manifest in those abodes. Thus, he also experiences their transcendental excellences in succession. Yet, Gopakumar does not experience complete happiness in those places. Thereafter, he takes darshan of the manifestation of Bhagwan that are present in the eight coverings of the universe, and arise in the abode of liberation. In Mukti Loka, the realm of liberation, Gopakumar sees the manifestation of the brilliance of the Supreme Person, but still complete satisfaction eludes him. After this, in accordance with regulative principles, he performs Sankirtan of the holy name, the most prominent of the nine processes of bhakti. By the potency of Nama Sankirtan, he travels first to Vaikuntha, then to Ayodhya, then to Dwarkapuri. However, because in those realms the mood of Aishwarya or awe and reverence for the Lord is prominent, he cannot freely associate with the worshipful manifestation of the Supreme Person there. Finally, Gopakumar returns to Vrindavan, manifest on earth, where he executes Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service that follows the moods of the eternal associates of Raja. By the potency of his practice of Raganuga Bhakti, he attains Golok Vrindavan. Then he obtains his cherished goal, services to Sri Krishna, the son of the king of Raja. One should not conclude from this history that there is any difference in the tattva or fundamental truth of the various manifestations of Bhagavan. All manifestations of the Lord are complete from Sri Shalagram Bhagavan to Sri Nandanandan Krishna, the darling son of Nanda Maharaj. From the perspective of tattva, they are one, yet from the perspective of rasa or the sweetness of transcendental relationships, Sri Nandanandan is the most excellent. Sri Nandanandan is distinct in two ways that makes him unique among all the manifestations of Bhagavan. These are the distinction of his eternal companions and that of the excellence of rasa. Taratamyam cha tas shakti vyakta vyakti krutam bhavet. Taratamyam cha tas shakti vyakta vyakti krutam bhavet. Pramay Ratnavali, Sutra 1.21. All the transcendental forms of Vishnu and Lakshmi are always equally perfect and complete in all circumstances. These forms are considered higher and lower according to the different qualities and potencies which they manifest or refrain from manifesting. Parikara Vaishishthena Avirbhava Vaishishtham Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The unique characteristics of the different avatars of the Lord correspond to the character of the devotees who invoke their descent. Siddhantvastu Abhedepi Shrisha Krishna Swarupayo Rasinotkushyate Krishna Rupam Esha Rasasthiti. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Purva, Eastern Division 2.59. Although in Siddhanta there is no difference between Sri Krishna and Sri Narayan, from the point of view of rasa, the form of Sri Krishna is superior. This is the glory of rasa. In other words, although from the consideration of tattva, all manifestations of Bhagavan are non-different, nevertheless, in those instances where scriptures describe his plenary portions and portions of plenary portions and so on, this book analyzes his different manifestations from the perspective of the degree of potency they manifest. The potency of the Lord also manifests in regard to the qualification of his associates. For example, a person may be accomplished in the art of singing in accordance with the six scriptures, but the manifestation of his expertise is dependent on the expertise of his musical ensemble. Accordingly, although each manifestation of Bhagavan is replete with all his qualities and is complete in every way, his potencies manifest in accordance with the qualification of his associates. It is not possible to find associates who have more affection than the companions of Shri Nandan in Vraja have for him. It is for this reason that the Lord's associates in Vraja are unparalleled. Among them, the foremost is Sri Radhikaji, who resides on the left side of Sri Nandanandan. The form of Sri Nandanandan is the manifestation of the entire potency of the Lord. No other form of Bhagavan manifests his potency in all its completeness. This has been described in the first canto of this book. The second distinctive feature of Shri Nandandan is as follows. In all the places Gopakumar visited, he tested the specialities or excellence of rasa, the sweet meal of loving relationship with all the manifestations of Bhagavan who were present in each place. However, Aishwarya, the mood of opulence, is generally the prominent feature of all those manifestations of the Lord. Therefore, in those manifestations, the Lord could not transgress the boundaries of his Aishwarya by embracing Gopakumar and acting in ways that would enable Gopakumar to relish his relationship with him in its entirety. But when Gopakumar attained the association of Shri Nandandan, each and every one of his desires was fulfilled. This proves that among all the manifestations of Bhagavan, Shri Nandandan possessed the highest excellence. In this part 1 of the second canto, the author Srila Sanatana Goswami has ascertained deep spiritual truths, tattvas. We request the readers to study and contemplate these confidential truths with patience and constancy. The life history of Srila Sanatana Goswami has been elaborately described in the preface of the first canto. He has personally written this book's commentary named Digdarshini, and we have attempted to present a Bhavanuvad, translation in essence of that commentary, following the book's particular style. In the commentary, an objection known as Purva Paksha is raised to what has been asserted, and when a resolution or logical reply to the doubt is presented. The reader should know that each verse is related to the previous and the following verses. Thus, the entire book should be understood to be an interconnected chain of verses. We have attempted to keep the language of the book simple and straightforward for easy comprehension. Nevertheless, in some places, words with complex meanings have been used to preserve the accuracy of the ideas. For the benefit of the readers, easily understandable definitions of these words are given in the glossary. If our transcendental readers note any errors or omissions within this book, we request that by dint of their virtuous nature, they oblige us by overlooking or correcting its faults. Thus may they simply correct thus may they simply accept the essence of the book. I pray that faithful persons who are interested in attaining the highest of all the achievements read and I pray that faithful persons who are interested in attaining the highest of all achievements read and recite this book and thus advance on the path to the highest goal. I hereby conclude my preface. An aspirant to a trace of the mercy of Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan. The 108th anniversary of worship performed on the appearance day of Sri Guru Padma, Thursday, February 16, 2006, 519 Gaurabda. Editor's Preface. It is our great good fortune to present to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj the first English edition of his translation of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad's Brhad-bhagavatamrtam with commentary by Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad. Srila Brhad-bhagavatamrtam is the first and the foundation of the famous Goswami Granthas, or literature produced approximately 500 years ago in Vrindavan by the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This translation has come about only by Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj's ardent desire. Whenever he has time in the course of his traveling, preaching and writing, he has affectionately inquired into the book's progress and has given valuable guidance and insights into the profound nature of this incomparable treatise. It is our prayer that this translation conveys the beauty and depth of Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj's realized understanding that suffuses the Hindi edition. The particular Purva Paksha style of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad's writing has already been explained in the author's preface. In pursuance of the mood of this question and answer format, which is expressed in the Sanskrit with the word nanu and in the Hindi with the word yadi kaho ki, we have presented the Purva Paksha as a dialogue between the various personalities of the story. Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj has written a Bhavanuvad of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad's commentary that is called Digdarshini Tika. Because the Sanskrit is often very concise, explanatory terms make it more accessible. Bhavanuvad is translated as an expanded commentary or translation in essence. It also bears mention that Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam is simultaneously both the transcendental story of Sri Gopakumar's attaining the perfection of his heart's desire, his loving relationship with Sri Krishna, and a presentation of fundamental spiritual truths or Sambandha Gyan. To preserve the accuracy of the sometimes complex aspect of the book, we have used many of the original Sanskrit terms along with their translated meanings. We hope this aids the reader in a deeper understanding of the subject matter. Where verses have not been fully referenced, it is because Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad did not include their details. In these cases, we have simply left them as they are. The production of Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam has been a service of many years, and it is impossible to properly acknowledge all those who have contributed their time and talents. Out of humility, some have asked that their names be withheld, but we are indebted to everyone. The following persons are especially appreciated. The English translation was done by Sripad B.V. Vishnudevat Maharaj. Our editorial consultants were Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj, Amal Krishna Das, Madhav Priya Das, Vijay Krishna Das, Prem Prayojan Das, and Gaurav Priya Dasi. English editors were Manjari Dasi, Sarvabhavan Das, um, Sundar Lata Dasi. Contributing editors were Vajanti Mala Dasi, Bhadra Dasi, and Madhavendra Puri Das. Hindi editors were Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vishnudevat Maharaj, Vishnu Das, Janki Dasi, Akhilesh Das, Mukunda Datta Das, and Pankaj Das. Sanskrit editors were Sripad Bhaktivedanta Bhagavat Maharaj, Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vishnudevat Maharaj, Girdhari Das, and Parmeshwari Das. Proofreading was done by Shamrani Dasi, Vajantimala Dasi, Shanti Dasi, Sulata Dasi, Barni, Govinda Das, and Vamshidhar Das, Jai Gopal Das, and Jai Gopal Das provided technical support. Additional help was given by Mukunda Das. Brajanath Das has consistently supported and encouraged the publication. Our art director, designer, and print production coordinator was Krishna Prem Das. Layout was done by Krishna Karuna Das, who was assisted by Jayadev Das and Ananga Mohan Das. The fine art director was Shamrani Dasi, who was assisted by Premavati Dasi, Harer Namananda Das, and Shilpa Karini Dasi. Vidhi Bhakti Dasi was a contributor. The cover painting artist is Saraswati Dasi. The back cover is from the British Library Oriental Office collection, copyrighted by the British Library Board. In addition, our translation endeavor has greatly benefited from the meticulously edited BBT edition of Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam by Sri Gopi Parandhan Das. We hope our readers take transcendental pleasure in Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam. If there are mistakes, may they kindly overlook them. In this Kartik month of 2010, may Sri Narayan Goswami Maharaj mercifully accept this offering. Dasanu Dasi, Manjari Dasi, editorial coordinator. Shri Guru Gaurango Jayata, Shri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam, second canto, part 1, Shri Golok Mahatmyam, the glories of Shri Golok. Nama Shri Krishna Bhagavate, Shri Radhika Ramanaya. Abandoning any mood of eye and mind, I offer my obeisances before Shri Krishna, the all-attractive reservoir of pleasure and the reservoir of limitless opulence, who brings delight to Srimati Radhika. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubheva cha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. So this was preface and introduction. So tomorrow we'll begin the first chapter of part 2, canto 1 of Sri Brhad-bhagavatamrtam, Vairagyam. The first chapter is called Vairagyam or renunciation. And tomorrow onwards we'll read this particular book again. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhesha kripa sindhubheva cha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika व्यासांबरीष शौनक भीष्मदाल्भ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदद्दव विभीषण फाल्गुनादीन् पुण्यानि मान् परम भागवतान् नमामि. हरे